All right. Hello and welcome to Vesterheim. My name is Chris Johnson. I serve here as the president and CEO of Vesterheim. And on behalf of Vesterheim's Board of Trustees and staff, we extend a heartfelt Tusentuck to all of you for joining us to celebrate the completion of the beautiful new Vesterheim Commons right behind us here. This structure is going to have a great impact on Vesterheim as we move into Vesterheim's bold future. Now, this is an important moment in the history of Vesterheim, and we are so glad that each of you are part of this celebration. And we are grateful to all of our partners who generously gave of their time, their talents, and their treasure to make Vesterheim Commons a reality. So a very special thank you to our loyal donors and supporters. You are the folks that make all things possible here. So Tusentuck. Now, Vesterheim is growing into its bold future, and this has only been possible because of the strong roots of the generations of past immigrants, museum members, folk art students, and those who cherish their Norwegian American heritage. That bold future will continue to unfold as we grow into our expanded campus and continue to invite others to support the mission and the programs here at Vesterheim. So thank you for your ongoing support and for your important role in helping to realize this vision, ensuring Vesterheim's legacy for generations to come. So to begin today's festivities, I would like to introduce a group that is near and dear to my heart, and that is the Luren Singing Society. Luren's history dates back to the year 1868, when 4 homesick Norwegian immigrants began to sing together regularly. Based here in Decorah, the Luren Singing Society's motto is, "If you're too busy to sing, you're too busy." Now, earlier this summer, the Luren Singing Society traveled to Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Estonia on a concert tour. Later this afternoon at 2:45 p.m., Luren will be performing a brief concert on the north side of campus, down in Heritage Park, down by the Mill Building, in the newly named Luren Singers Plaza. Yes. Luren's director is Dr. Dave Judish. He will be leading us all in the singing of our national anthems of the United States and Norway. And if you have a program, the lyrics are on the back of your program. So I will turn it over to Dr. Judish.
Vær så snill, stå up. That means stand, please. Please follow me and the Luren Singers as we sing Ja, vi älskar. The words are on the back of your program. Here we go. Ja, vi älskar detta land som det stiger fram. För ett verbit över vannet med de 1000 hem. Älskar, älskar det och tänker på vår far och mor och den sagan som sänker dröm på vår jord och den sagan som sänker dröm på vår jord. And now the Star-Spangled Banner. Ah, oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Tusen tak, and thank you for singing together.
Thank you, Dr. Judish. There might have been a few other male voices in there, maybe our potential Lurin members I heard today. So now what I would like to do is just to take a moment to read a few special greetings from dignitaries who were unable to attend today. I'd like to start off today with a letter from the Royal House of Norway and His Majesty King Harald V. And it reads, I congratulate Vesterheim's management and staff, board and supporters, and the whole community of Decorah on the new Vesterheim Commons. Vesterheim showcases Norwegian culture and history in a unique way, and I wish you all the best in your dedication and future work. Secondly, I have a letter here from Norway's ambassador to the United States, Anniken Krutnes. She was here just this last week on a visit. It is such a pleasure to finally get to congratulate Vesterheim on its impressive new Commons building. I've enjoyed following along with the construction progress during my time in the U.S., and now opening day has finally arrived. How exciting. Vesterheim Commons will be a versatile place, providing many different things to a variety of people. First and foremost, it will be a place for community. The Commons offers a beautiful gathering area where guests can meet and reflect on Norwegian contributions to the past, present, and future. Everyone who passes through Vesterheim will become part of this community while they are there, united by their interest in Norwegian heritage, culture, and society. The building's other benefits are numerous: a digital production studio, a gallery space, an artifact collection study room, and much more. The simultaneously thoughtful and cutting-edge architect designed by the Norwegian firm Snøhetta provides a glimpse of Norway in 2023, even while many of the exhibits inside focus on the past. These recent additions are helping cement the northeastern Iowa region as a destination for all who wish to explore Norwegian and Norwegian American culture. Decorah and Vesterheim also wonderfully exemplify the relationship between our two countries, the history we share, and the strong bond we continue to enjoy today. We are proud allies who share so many of the same values and hopes for the future, and Vesterheim stands testament to that. I look forward to being able to experience the Commons and all of its offerings for myself. Congratulations, Vesterheim, and vi ses snart. Ambassador Anniken Krutnes. Lastly, I have a letter here from United States Senator Joni Ernst from here in Iowa. Welcome to Vesterheim Commons grand opening ceremony in Decorah. While I'm sorry I cannot be with you all in person, I am honored to have the opportunity to share a few words. Because of the hard work of Vesterheim, the opening of the new Commons brings many new cultural opportunities for people to connect with their Norwegian background. Decorah has such a rich history that is intertwined with Norwegian culture, and it is essential to remember and celebrate this within the community. Norwegian culture has been preserved in Decorah since an early collection of artifacts began at the local Luther College in 1877. The culture of Norwegian Americans continues to be highlighted throughout the Decorah community at Vesterheim. I am proud to say that the museum hosts one of the most comprehensive collections dedicated to a single immigrant group in the country. I would also like to thank Norwegian Ambassador Anniken Krutnes for her involvement in Vesterheim's community and for helping Iowans connect to their cultural heritage. Her presence and continued work with the museum is appreciated by everyone involved. It's projects like these that preserve our history and help communities across our state to grow and prosper. I am so grateful to everyone who has played a part in making today possible. May God bless you all, and may God bless our great state. Joni K. Ernst, United States Senator. I also want to take a moment here to publicly acknowledge that a representative from Ashley Hinson's office is in the audience, I believe, today. Her representative in the audience is Christina McBurney. If you want to wave your hand and be recognized, we're here today. Thank you. I also want to just take a moment to express my thanks to the City of Decorah. The City of Decorah has been a key partner in making Vesterheim Commons project a reality. And at this time, I would ask Decorah's Mayor, Lorraine Borowski, to come to the podium to say a few remarks.
As Mayor of Decorah, I would like to extend sincere congratulations to the Vesterheim Board of Trustees and staff on the successful completion and dedication of the beautiful new Vesterheim Commons. On behalf of the City of Decorah, thank you to Vesterheim for investing in our beautiful community with an addition to the Heritage Park in 2021, and now with the opening of Vesterheim Commons in 2023. Both are welcoming additions to our city, creating community spaces for people to connect with each other. It has been an honor to work with Vesterheim, the architects and contractors, to bring both of these projects to life, and we are especially grateful to Vesterheim's commitment to use local contractors, businesses, and artisans for these projects, further investing in our community. Decorah is proud to be home of Vesterheim, and now with the addition of Vesterheim Commons, we are honored to say that Decorah has the unique distinction of being the first building in the state of Iowa designed by the world-renowned architectural firm Snohenta. The uniqueness, the design of this stunning new cultural gathering space showcases the uniqueness and beauty of Decorah's natural surroundings and with focus on sustainability. Decorah has grown to be a sought-after tourism destination, and Vesterheim has been a key partner and economic catalyst for our community, drawing guests from all over the globe. We are confident and excited to see how Vesterheim Commons will help Vesterheim assist in opening economic and cultural doors for all. Thank you very much.
Thank you for those remarks, Mayor Borowski. In addition to the City of Decorah, the Decorah Area Chamber of Commerce has also been a vital partner in promoting this project. I want to recognize the staff from the Decorah Area Chamber of Commerce, Jessica Rilling, Amanda Streeper, I know are two folks we've worked closely. Amanda, do you want to stand and be recognized for a minute here? I want to thank you all for the work that the Chamber has done for Decorah and the surrounding region. They're right across the street here, as a matter of fact. So they've had a good eyewitness view of the construction of this project. So there are several chamber ambassadors, I believe, in the audience today. If you could stand up and be recognized if you're a chamber ambassador. I think we have some of those folks in the audience. Thank you. One thing that I want to note for today is that while we're celebrating here on Vesterheim's campus, there are several local businesses participating in today's celebration by offering specials. One thing to note for today is that you'll find in your program and you find in our brochures the listing of those businesses, and you can ask about that as well from staff here about where you can find those particular businesses. There's food specials, there's clothing specials, all up and down Water Street here today. So please partake in those as well. Now, at this time, I want to mention here that this project would not have happened without the strong support of Vesterheim's Board of Trustees. Heading up our Board of Trustees is our board chair, Ruth Schultz. Ruth has been a leader in the truest sense of the word. A project of this complexity and magnitude requires flexibility, it requires teamwork, and it requires the ability to come up with creative solutions. Ruth has demonstrated all these qualities and more in helping to shepherd this project to completion. So let's please welcome Vesterheim's board chair, Ruth Schultz, to the podium.
Well, thank you, Chris, for that introduction. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I want to extend a warm welcome, and it is warm, a warm welcome to all here today, and heartfelt thanks to the members of our Vesterheim family and our Decorah community, because Vesterheim Commons is truly the culmination of the work and vision of many through the years who have made this project possible. And I'd like to acknowledge a few at this time. This project started decades ago when the trustees and members of staff realized that this site was important to Vesterheim as an integral part of the campus, and yet we did not own the property. So we are grateful to our predecessors, the staff and trustees who had the foresight to work with the Carey family to acquire the property, centrally located on the Vesterheim block, and an essential component of our cohesive campus, connecting the main museum to Westby Torgerson and Heritage Park to Water Street. We also thank the visionaries who could see a gathering space visible from Water Street, welcoming the visitor to Vesterheim and inviting them to attend a concert, lecture, pop-up folk art class, or special event. They also imagined a wow factor, making the Vesterheim experience impactful and memorable. So after today's program, one of the wow factors is if you go inside and check out the Oculus and look up to the beautiful wood, I think you will have you'll have that wow factor. We also want to thank Decorah, the incredible businesses, the civic leadership, and the residents who believed in this project and embraced how it could be an integral part of the downtown experience and vitality. And we have seen that this weekend. We, of course, have visitors from all over the U.S. and from Norway, and everyone is commenting on what a vibrant place downtown Decorah is with its wonderful restaurants and shops. And so we appreciate the city of Decorah. We also want to acknowledge Luther College. And with us today is Dr. Jennifer Ward, and then also Dr. Maureen Johnson, one of our Vesterheim Board trustees. And we are so thankful for the rich history that we have with Luther College and the bold future through the Nordic Studies program and the engagement of youth in the connection between the U.S. and Norway. We also want to thank our Vesterheim community at large. previously centered in the Driftless region, but now with our online classes, we reach all across all 50 states and around the world to more than 30 countries in our audience and membership. And this outreach will be enhanced by the Commons because of the digital production studio, expanding our capabilities to reach new audiences. We also, as Chris mentioned, want to acknowledge Norway, the government, and specifically the embassy, who have worked with Vesterheim to uplift the Norwegian American experience and shared values, strengthening the relationship with Norway today. Now, I kind of want to move on to a couple of other types of thank yous, and that involves the people who were involved in the construction project. And as Mayor Borowski mentioned, there was an emphasis on using local contractors or regional contractors and businesses. And I'm going to start saying a huge thank you to Ryan Drew and his team at McGough, who with their strong regional ties and the local artisans, craftsmen, and contractors who built the mass timber columns inside, formed the concrete foundation and walls, and carefully laid the bricks. And those who integrated the state-of-the-art audio-visual system and lighting to support the exciting programs and exhibitions planned for Vesterheim Commons. We are also grateful to Lindsay Erdman and the Facilities Committee, who have thoughtfully stewarded this project, and key individuals of the Decorah community with construction experience who provided valuable insight throughout the way. And we also want to acknowledge Chris Johnson and the Vesterheim staff, who worked with the design teams to plan each space in the Commons to support the programs essential to Vesterheim operations. One of the new uses that we've really enjoyed this summer is the welcoming the Viking River Cruise guests who are visiting Vesterheim and Decorah. And we've welcomed several hundred already and more to come in October. And then I also would like to acknowledge one more staff member, and that is Marcia McKelvey, for her tireless work coordinating all the details and managing this project for Vesterheim. I'd also like to thank the steering committee, led by Craig Trigsted, and our campaign counsel, Bob Hutz, who thoughtfully conceived and aptly named our fundraising initiative, Strong Roots and Bold Future. And then I also want to say Tusen Tuck to all of our donors and supporters who make all things possible at Vesterheim, especially our lead donors, Margaret A. Cargill Philanthropies and the Hanson Family Foundation. Thank you so much. I also now want to recognize a few members from the design teams, and we are grateful to BNIM, Jonathan, and the other members of your team, the architect of record, and the design team who transformed our campus, as well as Snøhetta, the lead architect, with its roots in Norway and global presence, who with their holistic approach found a way to honor our history and our heritage while being forward-thinking. This commitment is demonstrated throughout the Commons project. Inside, you'll see the historic limestone wall and how that was beautifully restored and incorporated into the building. The stunning 3-story window that starts at street front and goes up 3 stories. And then also the sustainably sourced mass timber construction, all within the context of contemporary Scandinavian design, function, and beauty. With us today is Michelle Delk, a passionate advocate and designer of the public realm. Her work is evocative of the foundational premise shared with Snøhetta to create places that enhance the positive relationships between people and their environment. Michelle encourages innovative approaches to collaboration that are transdisciplinary. She also enjoys and actively supports a variety of landscape advocacy organizations, curatorial projects, and academic institutions. We have talked about the many local ties of this project, and Michelle is yet another example. Michelle's diverse background grew from a humble yet expansive perspective of her childhood in Floyd, Iowa, and her studies at Iowa State University and University of Iowa, and then on to her graduate education in Denver, Colorado, and her current home in New York City. She guides many complex projects ranging from master plans and redevelopments of parks, streetscapes, and riverfronts, and currently she leads several efforts with Snohetta, including the transformation of Ford's Research and Engineering Campus in Dearborn, Michigan, and the renovation of 550 Madison, and the creation of the Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library in Medora, North Dakota. We welcome Michelle Dell.
Ruth gave away my secret. All right, well, thank you. Wow. Wow. Good afternoon, everyone. This is incredible. I'm Michelle Delk, a partner with Snohetta and leader of our landscape architecture group here in the Americas. Our practice was founded in Norway in 1989 by architects and landscape architects together. And in 2004, we opened our first office in the US in New York City. I'm very, very thankful to be here in Decorah today. Like all of you, my story has many facets. Ruth just told you the one that I wanted to share, but that's okay. I was born and raised here in Iowa, only about an hour west of where we are today. And my childhood home sat on a hill in a beautiful woodland topography shaped by the Cedar River and altered by a limestone quarry, which was one of my favorite parts. And I wanted to share that this landscape was my playground. It fueled my imagination and opened my desire to explore. I graduated from Charles City for high school, went to University of Iowa to study art, and then later to Denver for my master's in landscape architecture. In late 2018, Snohetta began working here with Vesterheim. We'll just pause for a second. Okay. We had the opportunity to meet everyone here, and today with me are several of my colleagues who have been involved and so important to this effort. So maybe you'll wave. Matt McMahon, Chad Carpenter, Elaine Molinar, and Alan Brake. There you are in the back, Alan. And of course, many, many others at Snohetta were involved with us. But we're also here, as mentioned, with our collaborators from BNIM in Des Moines and other teammates from McGough, MBJ, Morrissey, and others. So many people have contributed to the making of the Commons. And I also appreciate the incredible commitment on behalf of Vesterheim from the many champions for this project whom we have gotten to know over the past few years and who have been mentioned here today. Vesterheim brings people from all corners of the world together by curating conversations and offering experiences that bridge time and open our minds. Vesterheim exemplifies the power of cultural exchange and a commitment to invite all people to encounter a world that extends far beyond our own backyards. While cities worldwide host cultural institutions that share the histories of diverse peoples, such treasures can be rare in places like the rural Midwest, and we do not take this for granted. Throughout my career, I've designed places to foster connections and offer new perspectives. This journey has also deepened my interest in the unseen connections that span our planet, from social ties to the often invisible natural bonds within our environment. Consider with me for a moment the natural world around us. Visualize the vast forests of our planet. Within the soil, the trees and plants are interconnected by a vast network of communication. This unseen network can remind us of the web of life between all living beings and all matter. And the strength of our world lies in this interconnectedness, with us working together towards a brighter and more harmonious future for everyone. Vesterheim plays a pivotal role in nurturing and unveiling a rich tapestry of connections. As many of you know, but I think some might find surprising, Vesterheim emerged from an eclectic collection of objects, a true cabinet of curiosities. So I would just like to share a few. Bird eggs and natural ephemera, including a 6-foot-long mammoth tooth, plaster replicas of antiquities and Native American artifacts. There are objects from Asia and Japan, Civil War relics and currency, weapons from South Africa, and of course, a dizzying focus on Norwegian American immigrant materials. So while the original collection of artifacts may at first seem like a disparate array of objects, it is remarkable in its scope, representing diverse corners of the globe and a multitude of cultures. This reminds us that there is a story, a connection, behind every artifact, waiting to be discovered and appreciated. This has served as a powerful foundation and motivating force upon which other activities and uses have emerged. And the collection drove a need for expansion from the start. Oops, 1 second, my phone is resetting. All right, we're good. Digital technology. First, there was a group of storage boxes handed to a faculty member at Luther College in the 1800s, then a classroom space, later a chicken coop, and then some proper campus museum buildings, including the Noble Publishing House on the corner of Mill and Water, as the start of Vesterheim as many of us know it. An unparalleled archive of the Norwegian American experience, Vesterheim continues to grow. And today this collection finds itself positioned to expand a conversation about immigration, relating also to other cultures and groups, and leveraging traditions and experiences to a larger audience. We at Snøhetta first met Chris, Marcia, and the wonderful staff and board members in late 2018. And that phone call was pretty unexpected, prompting a colleague to travel here to Decorah, to learn more about the institution, to meet many of you, and to become, frankly, completely enamored with this place, your community, and the goals of Vesterheim. When he came back to the studio to share what he had learned, I couldn't help but raise my hand to head here back home to my home state. Over the past few years, we've learned about this community and from many of you, and we've seen how Vesterheim is many things to many people. A place to learn and share family connections to Norwegian heritage, a place to try your hand at any number of folk art classes, from metalworking to wood carving, learning various types of weaving to the art of rosemalling. And this is a place to ponder your personal history and to consider connections to those who have come before us and to the land that we all share. We continued working through a pandemic that might have slowed us down, but it did not stop us, obviously. We've had moments of joy and reflection and have learned new perspectives that underscore the importance of places for people to come together, to learn and share, to build and enjoy community. We deeply respect how, as an institution and as individuals, you have always made the most of what you have. For years, you've dealt with confused entries, challenging circulation, spaces made for other uses that came before you, and a collection that just continues to grow. So together we made a vision plan that reflects this understanding and captures ambitions. And along the way, I deeply appreciate how many of you pushed us to think big, think even bigger, and to be even bolder. And I think you know who you are here today. Strong Roots and Bold Future truly describes the important social, environmental, and cultural exchanges that resonate beyond this region and this institution. By fostering relationships amongst people and revealing ties between places across time and through shared experiences, we unearth intricate stories embodied by both the artifacts and this unique location. Here we are in the driftless region, set amongst unglaciated landscapes. This area is a mosaic of fields and pastures, forests and glades, rivers and springs, that is unlike what many people believe they might find when they first come to Iowa. But it's no stretch to imagine, Within this region, the landscape of Norway is not so hard to envision. It is no stretch to imagine how this place may have provided a sense of familiarity, of home to those traveling across the ocean from Norway to begin a new life. The vision for Vesterheim's future starts in this landscape by establishing that over time, the surrounding landscape of Heritage Park will evolve as a dense woodland reaching from the mill to Water Street. The plan collects all of Vesterheim's assets into a unified campus. The commercial storefronts along the street, the many immigrant structures brought from across the Midwest, and the variety of outdoor learning and gathering spaces are set within clearings in this woodland, as much a part of Vesterheim as the artifacts within the buildings. In developing the commons, we worked with many others, of course, BNIM on the architecture, and with our offices in Oslo to develop the signage, graphics, and branding. The addition of the 8,000 square foot building offers a place for museum visitors, workshop participants, and collections researchers to come together with direct access to Westby Torgerson and to the park beyond. Here, a new collections access classroom brings the rich archive into direct connection with the classes and educational work. And the state-of-the-art digital studio provides a platform to expand the online offerings, improving connections worldwide. We have focused on a low carbon footprint, the use of native and naturalized plants to create outdoor rooms, and a stormwater system that allows water to stay on site and infiltrate back into the soil. As mentioned today, local craftspeople helped to make many of the components, notably the wood structural elements and the hand-carved sign by the door by Jack Holman. The canopy is inspired by 2 boat designs well known in Norway, protects the entrance and provides a clear and unified entry into the campus. And the large window behind me is patterned to reflect the nearby river's edges and is overlaid with the Norwegian folk art known as rosemaling. And structural elements reference the great farm buildings found in Norway, Iowa, and across the Midwest. Beyond this beautiful new building, Vesterheim's future is more than a collection of structures, artifacts, and classes. Outside, clearings and beautiful plantings in the park become stages for gathering, playing, and resting, not only for Vesterheim, but for the community of Decorah and the region. The design of the commons is meant to be welcoming, warm, and light-filled, expressing these values that are shared in both American and Norwegian design. So I invite you today to look for moments to expand your perspective and take a little extra time to talk with the person next to you. Ask a question or share an observation with others you meet, as well as with those you think you might already know well. I invite you to share your thoughts and your stories. By sharing what brings you here today, you contribute to creating a memorable influence on how each of us sees and interacts with the world. And I invite you to both observe and to join in with a sense of openness and joy, because sharing joy is one way that we come together to weave a web that is stronger when pushed or challenged. We can be joyful, yet also serious, without sacrificing one for the other. In the face of ever-evolving possibilities, we aim to remain humble and to always inspire others, remembering the shared world in which we all have a unique moment and place. So let's go celebrate the opening of Vesterheim Commons, and thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy your day.
Thank you, Michelle, for those remarks. It's been a pleasure working with your team and with all of the planning and design team and all the contractors here. It's been a wonderful journey with a few twists and turns along the way. I think it's time that we cut the ribbon on this building. What do you guys think? What we'd like to do, it's going to take a minute or two. We would like to ask our design team. We'd like to ask our supporters to come up. We'd like to ask our contractors to come up, other folks to come up to be with us as we cut the ribbon on this. You in the audience, you're going to have a role in this too, because we're going to count this down too. So give us a minute or two here to get everybody assembled. Okay. We need, Lynn, would you want to do the honors of leading them in entotre? We're giving her the mic, which is dangerous. So.
Well, I'm so proud to be here. So now we're going to do the countdown. Is it English or Norwegian?
Norwegian, please.
Oh, okay. Ti, ni, åtta, syv, sex, fem, fyra, tre, two, en.